Have you ever tasted a snack so good that it instantly takes you back to your childhood? Today I'm creating the fried meat pie I used to buy back in school. Crispy on the outside, moist and flavorful on the inside. If you grow up eating these, this recipe will definitely bring back memories. Let me show you step by step on how to make it at home. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, this channel is all about authentic African recipe, traditional drinks and simple home cooking. Today I'm sharing how to make crispy fried meat pie just like the ones sold in school and street stalls. In this video I will show you how to make the perfect dough, how to prepare the flavorful filling, and how to achieve crispy golden brown crusts we all love. To start, let's prepare the dough. For the dough, you will need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of oil. I use vegetable oil here, 3 or 1 cup of room temperature water. In a bowl, I add the flour, the salt into a sifter and sieve it into the bowl. This helps to remove the lumps and keep the dough light. Next, I mix everything well to combine. Then I add the oil and begin adding the water little by little. It is important not to add all the water at once because we want the dough that is soft but not sticky. Now I go in with my hands and mix until a dough begins to form. I didn't use all the water here. I used like 3/4 cups of the water. It's gonna be hard at the point, but you continue to knead for 1 to 3 minutes until the dough becomes smooth and elastic. By the time you are done, it should feel soft, smooth, and slightly stretchy. Once that is ready, cover the dough and let it sit for about 10 to 20 minutes. Whilst the dough is resting, let's move on to the filling. For the filling, I'm using corned beef, chopped white onions, shredded carrots. I've got some other vegetables I'll be using at the end of this filling, so stay tuned for that. You can use any protein of your choice. You can use chicken, minced beef, minced chicken, fish, you name it. The carrots will add color, texture, and a little crunch to the pie. Into a pan, I add some vegetable oil and allow it to heat up. Next, I add the chopped onions and fry until they become soft and translucent. Then I add the shredded carrot and stir. For the seasoning, because the corned beef already has some salt in it, I kept it simple. I use half a tablespoon of Italian seasoning and half a tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning. Mix everything well and allow the flavor to combine. I didn't add any salt in this. You can feel free to use any seasoning of your choice, as I always say. Then I add the corned beef, then mix everything to combine. If you've been watching me till now, why don't you subscribe and join the family? And whilst everything was mixed up, that was the right time to add my other ingredient, which is some red bell and green bell peppers that add a little pop of color to it and add a little crunch to it. After adding this, then I off the fire and let it simmer with the residue heat and set it aside to cool down. Now let's go back to the dough. After resting, the dough becomes softer and easier to work with. I knead it again for about 1 minute to make sure it's even smoother. Next, I'm gonna roll the dough into a log. That will be very easy for you to cut. And since I want a bigger pie, I divided the dough into 7, but you can cut small portion if you prefer small pies. Then I'm gonna go ahead to roll each piece into a ball, place them back into the bowl and cover so that they don't get dry out. After covering it, then I'm gonna be working with one dough at a time. To work with the dough, you have to lightly dust your surface with the flour. Take one ball that we formed and roll it out flat. I prefer a circular shape, but you can shape it however you like. The thickness is also up to your preference. You may prefer like a thicker crust, while others may prefer a thinner crust. And the thinner your crust, the crispier it is and delicious. I prefer the thinner one. Continue to roll the rest of the dough the same way. What I did was I roll everything flat, did all of it at the same time. Then when I started filling, I'll just make it easy for me. And now that our filling has cooled down, we can start assembling the pies. Place a portion of the filling in the center of the rolled dough. Then you fold the dough over and use your finger to press and seal the edges. If the dough is made correctly, you shouldn't need any paste or egg wash to seal it. Okay, to ensure the edges even more, I use a fork to press down along the edges like you see in the video. Then you're gonna make sure you poke top with a fork. This allows the pie to release steam while frying and cook evenly. If you prefer like a paste to seal your edges too, you can put 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour in water, mix it to a very thick consistency, then you apply it at the edges. That will make it seal as well. Repeat the process until all the pies are assembled. Next, heat oil in a pan for frying. Once the oil is hot, carefully place the pie into the oil. Fry until they turn beautifully golden brown on both sides. This is where the magic happens. The outside becomes crispy and crunchy, while the inside stays soft and flavorful. Once fried, remove and place on a paper towel to drain the excess oil. The moment I finished frying this pie, the little girl in me was so excited. The smell alone brought back memories of buying this during school breaks. These pies are crispy, delicious, and full of flavor. Honestly, you could eat them all at once because they are just that good. Okay, we normally serve this pie with some cocoa drinks, some iced kenkey, or you can simply enjoy it by itself. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your loved ones who love delicious African snacks. Let me know in the comments, did you grow up eating fried pie like this? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next recipe. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye.